What's up, everybody? Welcome. Today's video we'll talk about the Bitcoin upgrade, the Taproot upgrade, which is like a upgrade that was initially proposed in 4 years ago, and now it's on the brink of getting achieved in this month on November. So basically, which is very exciting for a lot of Bitcoiners and a lot of people really have embraced this idea of Taproot and Bitcoin, which is very exciting. It's basically a type of upgrade that will allow Bitcoin to have basically you're gonna have multi-signature on the base layer, right? So you can have multi-sig on the base layer. So basically you can have counterparties come together and make make multiple transactions on the same hash, right? So for example, when you make a transaction on your Bitcoin, right? Let's say you send your Bitcoin from one address to a different address, you can go on the ledger and visualize everything, right? There's so much data that's available there for surveillance, right? It's not really privacy friendly. It's not really private. All your privacy is out there, and any criminal can just go check on you or anything, right? It's not safe. It's not safe for the user. It's not like most users don't like that, right? So that's why a lot of people are very skeptical about Bitcoin, right? And so because of this, so now it's not like it's an improvement, right? And privacy, it's anonymous, but for in the privacy terms, there's more improvement with the Taproot. So it doesn't solve the whole problem of privacy. Your your key is still being exposed, right? Like when I said key, it's when you said the address you send the Bitcoin from to the address that will receive the Bitcoin is still exposed, but it's just that by being able to compound multiple transactions in one hash, it really improves the efficiency on the network, because there's a certain amount of transaction you can have on Bitcoin in an hour or in a day, right? It's limited, right? But if you can compound these transactions into one hash, right? This can multiply the efficiency on the network, right? This is why it's so exciting to me. It's both, like, your transaction fee will be cheaper, right? And because of this, you will have less data being stored in the ledger. So, like I was saying, like when you send a transaction now, you can visualize all the the hash and the amount of coin you send and everything on the ledger. But because of this, because being able to compound that in one hash, in one transaction, multi-signature, and you can basically, so you have less data to be stored in the ledger, right? And because of that, you have more sustainability on the Bitcoin network, right? Because like you have less data, and it's more miner friendly in a way, because you don't need so much data center to store all this data, right? So it's sustainable for Bitcoin in the long term, right? So which is good. It's good for security of the network in long term, and also privacy. And the other thing is cheaper transaction fees, right? Which is good for users too. So you get cheaper fees. It's good. So in other networks, you have to like spend so much money on a transaction fee, which is crazy. Like I can't afford this, right? Like, why should I have to spend so much money on the network, like get make the top people richer and richer. I don't want to do that. Even if I could afford it, I wouldn't do it. So too much money for a transaction fees. But because of this, it's really lowered the cost of entry. Especially some people don't have enough money, right? Like like they some people could get into Bitcoin, but because of the high level of entry barrier, right, of this high transaction fees, they they get scared, right? So if you lower the transaction fee, you lower the barrier of entry, right? So which is very good. And the other thing a Taproot upgrade brings is also being able to have smart contract, right? The last upgrade in 2017, it was about SegWit, it was about like this upgrade that allows us to have Lightning network on the Bitcoin right now. Lightning basically is the second layer on the Bitcoin that allows you to have very small transaction on Bitcoin, right? Like in El Salvador right now, if you want to buy coffee, say if you travel in El Salvador, you just download a Lightning wallet, and then you have you can convert your Bitcoin, right, to the Lightning, to Sats, right, to the Lightning network wallet, and you can really buy your coffee on Bitcoin, So which is like mind-boggling, right? Like it was impossible. Like it was like a dream for most people on Bitcoin in the years before. So you can really actually do that right now if you go to El Salvador. So which is very, very, very good. You can go in McDonald's or buy in McDonald's. Which is like, it's funny. I don't eat McDonald's. But you could, right? If you like McDonald's, you can Starbucks. You can buy your coffee. You can buy so many things in Lightning. So because of the SegWit upgrade in 2017, this allows us to have that. So, and also you can have CoinJoin and Lightning, which improve privacy also. And now with the Taproot, you will be able to have smart contract into Bitcoin, right? So which is another big thing again, because right now it's really tough to have smart contract in Bitcoin. So you have side chains try to do like other things, right? But it's really hard to have smart contract into Bitcoin. So because of this, there's this other encryption that is that was created by a German. Okay, so this was not the encryption Satoshi used initially, but because he couldn't use the Schnorr encryption because it was like patent since until 2008, so he couldn't use it, right? Property rights, stuff like that. So now they are using the Schnorr encryption for Bitcoin, right? This is in the Taproot. So now basically you could have smart contract. Because of this, you can, what it is basically, if you're sending a transaction, you can say, I'm sending this transaction and I want it to be delivered in, let's say, in this amount of time, right? So this is a very simple smart contract, right? Let's say you were sending a certain amount of Bitcoin and you want it to be delivered in a certain amount of time, right? So, and also there's this open doors for many other areas in smart contract ways, right? Like like Ethereum right now, and so many other platforms has the capability to have smart contract. But if you can have smart contract and on Bitcoin, which can be very significant, even if you can do that in the second layer, which will be good, right? So imagine you could basically have being able to take a flash loan against your Bitcoin and being able to spend that. It's really like there's so much opportunity that can be open on that, right? So that's really really good. All right, so I just wanted to talk about this. It's a very massive upgrade. It's really really important. So as you know, Bitcoin, you don't like to have so many upgrades on Bitcoin all the time, right? Every time, every quarter, changing the code and stuff like that. We don't like that. But in 4 years, we're having this upgrade, which is massive, and really improving privacy and lower the fees for the people, lower the barrier entry. They don't want just the rich people to get into Bitcoin. It's not the point. This is about changing the world. It's for the it's from the bottom up. It's from the for the bottom up, right? So it doesn't matter if you got a one satoshi, if you got like a million, if you got a million Bitcoin, it doesn't matter. It's like you have the same right on the network, right? So that's why that's why I'm so excited to be part of this thing, you know, and I will do I will work for nothing to bring awareness and bring more people in this uh, in this peaceful revolution, you know, peaceful revolution. You just opt out and jump into Bitcoin. So anyway, so I hope you enjoyed this video. This was Spy Cover, and I will see you again.